자, OpenAI, Oracle, and SoftBank expand Stargate with 5 new AI data center sites. New data centers put Stargate ahead of schedule to secure full $500 billion, 10 gigawatt commitment by end of 2025. OpenAI, Oracle, and SoftBank are announcing the 5 new US AI data center sites under Stargate. OpenAI is the overarching AI infrastructure platform, so that the combined capacity from these 5 new sites, along with our flagship site in Abilene, Texas, an ongoing project with CoreWeave, bring Stargate to nearly 7 gigabytes of planned capacity and over $400 billion in investment over the next 3 years. This puts us on a clear path to securing the full $500 billion 10 gigawatt commitment we announced in January by the end of 2025 ahead of schedule. In July, the OpenAI and Oracle entered an agreement to develop up to 4.5 gigawatts of additional Stargate capacity. This represents a partnership that exceeds $300 billion between the two companies over the next 5 years. The 3 new sites, located in Shackelford County, Texas, Doña Ana County, New Mexico, and a site in the Midwest, which we expect to announce soon. So combined with additional potential expansion of 600 megawatts near the flagship Stargate site in Abilene and Texas, can deliver over 5.5 gigawatts of capacity. Together, these sites are expected to create over 25,000 on-site jobs and tens of thousands of additional jobs across the U.S. We remain in the process of evaluating additional sites. The other 2 Stargate sites being announced today can scale to 1.5 gigawatts over the next 18 months. These sites will be developed through a partnership by SoftBank and OpenAI that can scale to multiple gigawatts of AI infrastructure. One site is located in Lordstown, Ohio, where SoftBank has broken ground on advanced data center design, which is on track to be operational next year. The second site is located in Milam County, Texas, and will be developed in partnership with SB Energy, a SoftBank Group company, which is providing power infrastructure for a fast-built data center site. Together, these sites represent an important step in enabling faster deployment, greater scalability, and improved cost efficiency, making high-performance compute more widely accessible. The 5 new sites were chosen through a rigorous nationwide process launched in January. OpenAI, Oracle, and SoftBank reviewed over 300 proposals from more than 30 states. Today's announcement marks the first set of selections, with additional US sites to come as we complete and surpass our initial commitment to invest $500 billion in US AI infrastructure. The new Stargate site being developed by Oracle will join the flagship Stargate campus in Abilene, Texas, which is already up and running on Oracle Cloud Infrastructure (OCI) and continues to process rapidly. Oracle began delivering the first NVIDIA GB200 racks in June. We have already started early training and inference workloads using this new capacity to advance OpenAI next-generation research. AI can only fulfill its promise if we build the compute to power it. The compute is the key to ensuring everyone can benefit from AI and to unlocking future breakthroughs. We are already making historic progress toward the goal through Stargate and moving quickly not just to meet its initial commitment, but to lay the foundation for what comes next. Sam Altman, CEO of OpenAI. Oracle's reliable and scalable and secure AI infrastructure is helping OpenAI rapidly scale its business. To meet this enormous demand, we continue to expand the OCI's footprint at an unrivaled pace to deliver the most performant and cost-effective AI training and inferencing. Clay Magoriuk, CEO of Oracle. Stargate is harnessing SoftBank's innovative data center design and energy expertise to deliver the scalable compute that powers AI futures. Together with OpenAI, Arm, and our Stargate partners, we are paving the way for a new era where AI advances humanity. Masayoshi Son, Chairman and CEO of SoftBank Group Corporation. OpenAI, Oracle, and SoftBank first announced the $500 billion Stargate commitment in January at the White House alongside President Trump, as part of a broader push to spur investment in American AI infrastructure. Thanks to President Trump's leadership and the policies of his administration, this effort has advanced more quickly than expected and helped attract additional partners and momentum. With today's announcement, Stargate is no longer a bold idea. It's a national build-up that is accelerating faster than we even imagined. Together with Oracle, SoftBank, and our other partners, we are turning a 500 billion and 10 gigawatt commitment into large-scale physical infrastructure, jobs in communities across the country, and a compute that will unlock the next generation of AI breakthrough. OpenAI and NVIDIA announced a strategic partnership to deploy 10 gigawatts of NVIDIA systems. OpenAI and NVIDIA announced a strategic partnership to deploy 10 gigabytes of NVIDIA systems, illustrating NVIDIA and OpenAI place and role in the fast-growing AI and IT industry. Summary: the strategic partnership enables OpenAI to build and deploy at least 10 gigawatts of AI data centers with the NVIDIA systems, representing millions of GPUs for OpenAI's next generation AI infrastructure. To support the partnership, NVIDIA intends to invest up to $100 billion in OpenAI progressively as each gigawatt is deployed. The first gigawatt of NVIDIA system will be deployed in the second half of 2026 on the NVIDIA Vera Rubin platform. OpenAI Incorporation and NVIDIA Corporate announced a letter of intent for a landmark strategic partnership to delay at least 10 gigawatts of NVIDIA system for OpenAI's next generation AI infrastructure to train and run each generation of models on the path to deploying super intelligence. To support this deployment, including data center and power capacity, NVIDIA intends to invest up to $100 billion in OpenAI as the new NVIDIA systems are deployed. The first phase is targeted to come online in the second half of 2026 using the NVIDIA Vera Rubin platform. The NVIDIA and OpenAI have pushed each other for a decade, from the first DGX supercomputer to the breakthrough of ChatGPT, said Jensen Huang, founder and CEO NVIDIA. This investment in infrastructure partnership marks the next leap forward, deploying 10 gigawatts to power the next era of intelligence. Everything starts with compute, said Sam Altman, co-founder and CEO OpenAI. Compute infrastructure will be the basis for the economy of the future, and we will utilize what we are building with NVIDIA is both create new AI breakthroughs and empower people and businesses with them scale. We've been working closely with NVIDIA since the early days of OpenAI, said Greg Brockman, co-founder and president of OpenAI. We've utilized their platform to create AI systems that hundreds of millions of people use every day. We are excited to deploy the 10 gigawatts of compute with NVIDIA to push back the frontier of intelligence and scale the benefit of this technology to everyone. OpenAI will work with NVIDIA as a preferred strategic compute and networking partner for its AI factory growth plans. OpenAI and NVIDIA will working together to optimize their roadmap for AI model and infrastructure software and NVIDIA's hardware and software. The partnership is complement the deep work OpenAI and NVIDIA are already doing the broad network of collaborators, including Microsoft and Oracle, SoftBank and Stargate partners, focused on building the world's most advanced AI infrastructure. OpenAI has grown to over 700 million weekly active users and a strong adoption across the global enterprises, small businesses, and developers. This partnership will help OpenAI advance its mission to build artificial general intelligence (AGI) and that benefits all of humanity. NVIDIA and OpenAI look forward to finalizing the details of this new phase of strategic partnership in the coming weeks. Next article is NVIDIA Tech reportedly barring US chip production could use TSMC's Arizona fab to avoid tariff fallout. First in an American company to consider this. MediaTek is negotiating the production of certain chips in the US with TSMC in a bid to meet customer requirement for locally manufactured components, while the plan is still under evaluation. If the MediaTek manages to place orders through the TSMC's Fab 21 in Arizona, it will be the first non-American company to demand the production of its chips at the site. While chips made by the TSMC in the US are more expensive than those fabbed in Taiwan, US production may enable MediaTek to address certain customers and avoid potential tariffs. Word of the MediaTek intention comes from the company's corporate vice president Jae-shi Shu, reported Nikkei. The plans target two specific categories: automotive parts and chips tied to more regulated or strategically sensitive applications. The move is set to comply with demand from American clients who favor domestic production for logistical and policy-related reasons. Su stressed that the deal has not been formally inked yet. Unfortunately, this high-ranking executive of MediaTek never revealed when the company plans to produce chips at TSMC's fab in Arizona or which process technology it intends to use. To that end, it is unclear what exactly MediaTek plans to make. Perhaps the company is ensuring that it can place orders with the TSMC US in case it has clients that demand production in America or there is insufficient capacity in Taiwan. Apparently, there are over a dozen companies interested in making chips on TSMC's N2 fabrication process, so it might be crucial for a big company like MediaTek to secure a portion of TSMC's N2 capable capacity that is said to be located in the US. However, whether the MediaTek can produce automotive-grade chips at TSMC's Arizona Fab 21, depends on multiple factors, the most crucial of which is whether TSMC Fab 21 is compliant with the Automotive Quality Management Standard IATF 16949 or a list capable of supporting customers' data. As of now, TSMC Arizona has not publicly disclosed IATF 16949 certification, and the fab was initially focused on a customer and AI HPC processors using M5 and M4 processes. Without a former IATF 16494 compliance or a documented automotive qualified production flow, it would be difficult for MediaTek or any other chip designers to use this fab for safety-critical automotive products, especially for applications requiring AEC Q100 qualified components. While MediaTek itself does not necessarily need to be IATF 16949 certified and must ensure that all entities in its supply chain, including process technology, foundry, offset, and others, meet the necessary automotive quality and traceability requirement. TSMC offers N5A, N4A, and N3A process technologies that are tailored for automotive applications, so they may include relaxed rules to boost yield and reliability, and production of those usually involves higher SPC, statistical process control, and defect detection. However, we don't know whether Fab 21 supports such flows. That said, unless TSMC Arizona eventually adapt or mirrors the automotive grade flow of the foundry Taiwan fabs, it's unlikely that the MediaTek could produce fully automotive qualified silicon there for anything other than the non-safety critical infotainment or connectivity chips. For advanced driver assistance system, ADAS, powertrain, or battery management chips that requires ISO 26262 and Acer certifications. MediaTek would either need to wait for TSMC Arizona to offer certified flows or continue to rely on TSMC's mature automotive fabs in Taiwan. Next one is from Storage Newsletter, recap of Huawei Connect 2025, demonstrating Huawei R&D capabilities to deliver advanced products in various domains. Huawei ran last week its 10th Connect Conference and Expo in Shanghai, China, and it was once again a huge event with approximately 15,000 attendees coming from all over the world. This flagship event is the focal point for the Chinese firm to unveil each year its current product development and strategic directions. And the audience was not disappointed with tons of new things. In the infrastructure, data storage, networking, and computing domains. And for several years now, AI is at the center of the expo flow and on stage with the new product iterations. The company spent time to illustrate the revolution of data processing and the need for a fast result coupled with bigger storage and high bandwidth networks. The first keynote, presented by the Eric Xu, rotating and acting chair of the Huawei, was impressive. He unveiled the processors and accelerator strategy with the Ascend and Kunpeng product line, and the roadmap is ambitious with several key dates in the coming quarters, putting real pressure on competition. We understand the configuration are massive, delivering leading results in various dimensions. It is the case for Atlas A3 Super POD and Super clusters. For instance, so far, the Cloud Metric 384 has been sold 300 more times to 220 more customers. The GPU-oriented computing with Huawei Ascendant accelerators illustrated above are often, and as the company has presented Taishan computing racks fueled by Kunpeng CPU processors, and is even more impressive when you couple both entitles with multiply them. The fundamental element of these architecture to deliver the super high performance and the interconnected globally networking are obviously essential elements, and the next strategic news was about the Unified Bus 2.0. To illustrate the capability, the goal is to connect 10,000 MPUs. This networking development marked also a clear direction toward open hardware and open source at the full specification available for everyone, extended by the Xinghe AI Fabric 2.0, also announced during the conference. The firm also presented entry-level processing card like the Atlas 350 card or the Atlas 850 860 server named the Super POD server. On the data storage side, the product team insists on the new gen all-fresh Ocean Store Dorado product, also known as V7, as a real and unified storage platform coupling block files and object protocols access method. So they introduced any NVMe architecture with the ROCE-V2 internal networking coupled with the DPU powered by FlashLink 3.0 new model. This can close could be coupled with delete control with the competition and previous approach thanks to the Smart Matrix 4.0. Dorado also introduced FlashEver, a way to easily migrate from previous Dorado editions. With the new design, the platform reaches 99.99999% reliability with RPO equal 0. So the A3's line dedicated to AI has a new companion, the A600, more accessible and more oriented toward interference. The ongoing group displayed the UCM, Unified Cache Manager, a way to integrate to support any flash storage 4KB cache and other needs. The SSD has been refreshed, as well as the 245 terabyte SSD was demonstrated on the show floor and for capacity needs fueled of QLC NAND. We also discovered the Ocean Store Pacific 9926, the companion of 9928, with 4 petabyte in 2U and a comprehension card. Ocean Protect was also highly visual, representing the company's approach to data protection both on a software aspect but also in a backup target with the X and E product line. As already, it was an impressive conference with several new product and technology direction. That's today. Thank you for your time. See you next time.